You are now watching Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! Yo, what's going on, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. Lesage here. Yo, today we are going to be covering over Sableye V with Galarian Weezing and Inteleon. This deck has been popping off recently. I haven't got a chance to cover it on the channel, and I try to cover any deck that is relevant or any deck that's probably within the top 20 or so decks in the game. That being said, we're covering this one today. If you like this concept, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't seen it already, or if you like this deck or anything else like that. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it! We just passed 6,000 subs. Would love to get to 7,000. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support. I could go rambling on and on and on and on, but let's go ahead and dive into this deck profile and see exactly what's poppin'. Alright, so Sableye is one of those cards that a lot of people have wanted to break for a while. Crazy Claws doing 10 plus 60 for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon can certainly add up a lot. The biggest thing is that Crazy Claws has never really had a great way to accelerate those energies to the Sableye V. Now that we have Raihan, we're able to power up very quickly, get damage counters on our opponent's Pokemon, and attack with Crazy Claws. We have quick shooting Inteleon that can get the damage counters there. We have Zigzagoon, but the cool way that we have is to stop our opponent's Pokemon with neutralizing gas, severe poison their Pokemon all around the board, and really knock out key cards. There's also Old Cemetery, so if they attach energies to the wrong Pokemon, or there's Rocky Helmet if they attack into it. You can certainly do a lot of damage with Crazy Claws. You could certainly slow your opponent down with Galarian Weezing, and the Shady Dealings quick shooting Inteleon combo really seems to work here. So there's a lot of cool things going on with this deck, and this deck seems to have a cool way to accelerate energies now, to do extra damage, to slow down your opponent. It really seems like a winning combo. So let's go ahead and check out some gameplay. This deck has a lot of nuances, and it can be a little bit, let's say, not as consistent as we like. But that being said, we're going to explore this deck and see how we can do in a nice game of Pokemon. Let's jump into it. Alright, well, our opponent's playing the same deck box as us, and it's a kind of rare deck box, so it's weird. We're going to go first, see exactly what we can get started up here. And, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. We can just go ahead and get set up. Like, kind of. Hopefully we top deck something. Okay, we got another level ball. So our opponent's not playing the same deck as us. That's fine. We're going to go for Koffing and just try to get set up in the process. So let's go Koffing. I don't think they're going to be able to attack us. If they are able to attack us, that would be really bad. Let's just go ahead and maybe go Air Balloon here. Retreat. Yes. Send up Koffing. Pass. Next turn, we can go Sobble, Evolve into a Weezing, grab something with Drizzile, and see what's up. They could maybe... Yeah, I think we're probably fine to survive the turn. Their deck might be difficult for us to deal with, but we do have, like, not a lot of V Pokemon, so that might be something that they have to worry about. This could be a really good matchup for us, actually. I'm just going to see exactly what goes on. Let's go like this. You want to know what? We're going to skip the Drizzile step, and we're actually going to look through our deck again. I think I just want to get out more Koffing here in general, so we could do more damage to these VV Max Pokemon and see what's poppin'. The one when your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may move a basic energy card from this Pokemon to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Okay, so we'll just grab the energy there, so we can always just move the energy between the two. And yeah, let's see if we can get one of our dark energies off this Marnie. Boom, we got it. Let's go. Really not much that we got there, to be honest, but okay, and our opponent's just going to concede because they know that they can't really do too much. Alright, so we're going to call the coin flip. Let's go with heads. We lost the coin flip, but maybe we'll be able to Ascension on our first turn. I think our opponent's just going to go first. I've literally never seen anyone just choose to go second in this format yet. We do have Koffing. We do have Dark Energy. This is sick. So really the best way that we can kind of get around this. So let's go with the Koffing there and see exactly what our opponent's throwing at us. We're not going to put Sableye down. We usually want to hold the Sableye till later on in the game. So our opponent playing SUICUNE looks like they'll have a whole bunch of stuff. If they don't get an energy, we could be in a very, very, very good spot and just start poisoning the SUICUNE and being in a good spot. Miss the energy! And I mean that in all respect to my opponent. We got to hope for just us. Okay, they got the energy. Rip. Might be tough for them to get out Blizzard Rondo, especially if they can't attack our Pokemon, or especially if they can't use their abilities. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to go Level Ball here for a Koffing. We do have Galarian Weezings in the deck, because you always want to have another one set up in case they play like Escape Rope or something else like that. Let's go Koffing. Let's go Level Ball for a Sobble. We do want to have the Sobble so we can evolve into Drizzile and do some cool things. And we are going to go ahead and go for Ascension into the Galarian Weezing. So this is really where our strategy is going to take off. Our opponent might be like, oh, I'm going to play down Drizzile, and it gets neutralized by neutralizing gas. So we'll see exactly how they really react to that. But right now I think it might be tough for them. There's their energy. They just might hit us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 80 damage. I'm honestly not sure. If they don't have a boss, they're not playing abilities, and they're probably not setting up a bench. So it's really one of those things where we're just waiting to see exactly what they can do, what they can't do, all that good stuff. How do they always have the boss? They always have the boss. And now our hand is just completely dead. So that's one thing that you got to watch out for this deck. It's just as easy to get a boss in your hands naturally to get around the neutralizing gas. So even in our last game, how we were able to get set up and our opponent's just like, oh, I can't do anything, I concede this game. For every game that you concede, there's probably games where your opponent just rips up a Sobble and then just continues on in their deck as normal. So, I mean, we're losing a Sobble, we're losing some setup, our hand's not particularly good because we are an Inteleon deck and we do have access to Drizziles and stuff like that. It does put us in a really awkward position at this point, especially if our opponent can get the knockout in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're going to get the knockout there. I mean, we can go for neutralizing gas, so if they aren't able to do a whole bunch of neutralizing gas, or if they aren't able to get around neutralizing gas again, which I don't think they necessarily will be, they might just get stuck, especially if we don't really bench too much. So we'll have to see exactly how they're able to handle this. There's their Fleet-Footed, might as well use it again. So goal here, again, is that we just have Weezing to shut them off for the game. We won't be able to use Raihan because we don't have any Dark Energies in our discard pile. So let's send up the Galarian Weezing. The only notable thing that we could send up, we can go Boss on our opponent's Pokemon. At this point, I'd rather hit into the SUICUNE. If they go Boss again, we're in some serious trouble. But let's go for Severe Poison and really start damaging this SUICUNE. We need to build up damage counters anyways for Sableye. And depending on what we top deck, we could get the knockout with our Sableye against one of their bigger Pokemon. Now, we are playing against a V deck, so that might be something that we need to worry about. Oh, they are. I thought this might have been like a bunch of different things, but interesting. So with us only having one in play, they are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're doing 100. They need to get 2 more bench Pokemon. And they can't do things like Quick Shooting or Galarian Zigzagoon. So if they don't have it, they might just be taking some more damage. They have the Escape Rope. Are you serious? That's going to get out of poison for them, and it's going to get out of the neutralizing gas. So I think that puts us in an absolute terrible position here. Really showing how delicate this deck can be. I know this deck does focus on Sableye, but you do focus on doing a lot of things, slowing your opponent down with Galarian Weezing. If you're unable to do Galarian Weezing to slow down your opponents, you're probably not going to be able to do your whole strategy. So that's one of the reasons why I think the Sableye deck has been struggling a lot in this format, with very limited success. I think at my late night series, there were some players who were able to go like 5-3, and there was a lot of players who went like 3-3 drop. So I go back and forth on like if this deck is truly viable. I think Sableye just might be one of those cards where its HP is relatively low, its damage output's relatively high, but we really need something like Dark Patch to pop it up. This card did see some success in E-turn decks, more for load search than anything else, but I go back and forth how I feel about this deck. But we'll see exactly what goes on here. Maybe we'll be able to survive another turn or two. There's SUICUNE. They definitely want to use Fleet-Foot if they haven't used it already. I'm not entirely sure if they have. Yeah, there's their Fleet-Footed. And then they're probably just going to take the knockouts keeping themselves options. I mean, we really want to get something else going on to our bench. I think that's really where we're struggling the most here, is that we just don't have a lot of stuff going on our bench. We don't have a lot of stuff going on in our hand. Our opponent taking care of the Sobble really stopped the Drizzile, which led means to an ends. They're probably just going to be able to set up an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, and they could just go ahead and max Lance us for the knockout at some points, even if Blizzard Rondo does not get the knockout. So they're fully set up. There's their other energy. They just need one more energy. They could also use Glacial Lance, and that would be a knockout as well. So if they have another energy, we need to get another basic Pokemon down here. And that's really what we have to worry about. So we don't want to put down Sableye. Sableye is not worth it for us. So again, we're just going to go ahead here and hope that our Severe Poison works. Our opponent currently is just hitting for 120 damage as far as I'm concerned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120, 10 damage short from knocking at the Galarian Weezing. But if they do have an energy, or if they do have access to an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, they will win the game. Sometimes Sableye, you have to get the whole combo and have a bunch of things like the Drizziles in order to search out pieces like Scoop Up Ned and stuff like that. So our opponent's going to be able to take this game, and Sableye V is just not going to be able to come out of this match. Really showing how delicate this deck can be overall. Probably not worthwhile to play. Usually I try to get a complete game where I'm able to get out Sableye V and do the whole combination, but it seems like the way the metagame is shaping up, this deck is not worthwhile for us to continue on and play. The deck from playing it seems way too delicate to get that strategy off remotely consistently, and I think it's just a problematic deck. Sure, in some cases you're going to be able to go Galarian Weezing to shut off your opponent, but I feel like I'd have better results just playing a 4-4 Galarian Weezing deck and really trying to slow my opponent down with that. Maybe playing Path, maybe playing a bunch of things. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't know if the Sableye V is ever going to come down and swoop and knock at a VMAX. I mean, when it does, that's really where the combo is going to be hitting. If it does not, that's really where the deck's going to be failing. So I think the deck is complicated, delicate, inconsistent, words like that. Out of my few times playing the deck, let me know what you think about the deck, though. It's one of those things where maybe I'll have to recover it again in the future, but in terms of like playing the deck and looking at the list and all that stuff, the list looks great. The play is not great. Obviously, I think there's got to be something going on with this deck because it's not getting the top results. But if you do like this video, or if you like this deck, give it a thumbs up. If you just like watching my content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, just let me know what's going on in the comments. Let's spark a discussion. I got a lot of editing to do before I head out, so I'll catch up with everyone later. Peace out and have a great day. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's become a channel member. It's one of those things where I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, and I mean, that's really where it counts, but for the channel members, they've gone out of their way to financially support me, and I truly appreciate that gesture. It's one of those things when I started channel memberships up on my channel, and I just didn't know if anyone was ever going to do it, so I truly appreciate everyone taking the plunge, taking a leap of trust, and investing in me as a content creator. Truly makes a difference for me each and every month. If you haven't already thought about becoming a channel member, you might want to contribute to the channel, and I do put everything back into the channel to make it the best possible place to watch for Pokemon TCG content. Again, I truly appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Cheers. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.